What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here, and we are back, and we're going to be taking a look at the recent weapon that came with the last update, and that is the Cycron, or the Cycron. I believe it's the Cycron just because CY is, you know, I mean, I don't know, I guess it could be pronounced another way, but the word cycle is what I think of when it comes to the weapon, and the weapon kind of cycles through ammo and restores ammo. I don't know. That's my best guess is where they were going with the name. But honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to be blunt. I like it. I like it. Now, with that said, a lot of people are going to argue the fact, and I do agree. Trust me, I do agree, that this is kind of just a reskinned Atamos, and to a degree you're right. This kind of falls in the category of the Atamos, the Gammacor, and the Spectra class of weapons, where it's a beam kind of based weapon, and this is the reason why it's closest to the Atamos is because this is heat-based. 100% it is an elemental heat-based weapon. There's no slash, there's no puncture or, you know, impact. There's no other elements. It is just heat-based. Now, it has a decent amount of heat-based damage. It does 60 right now. I don't know if they're gonna nerf that. Honestly, I don't think it needs a nerf, but I also haven't dropped a bunch of form into it and, you know, tried to see, you know, how it really acts, but I don't think it's gonna get one. I think it's gonna be okay sitting right where it's at, and whether it is a pretty solid weapon, I think it'll stay a solid weapon, and if it is relatively underwhelming, I think it's gonna stay relatively underwhelming. But I feel like that's okay. Right? I mean, it didn't need to be the be-all, end-all of secondary weapons. Look at these guys just toast each other. Octavia, your first ability is amazing. Can you not, Mr. Moa? Thank you. Are you guys really gonna just, you know, creep up on me and make this an issue? Look at that. Look at that. I had no business taking these guys. Well, I mean, I am a maxed out Octavia. I have no Forma, but she does have some good mods in her. But that was just easy peasy. Anyways, back to the gun. The fact that I like it just has to do with, I like its design. I like the way it works. I do have an exception to that. Look at the way it looks on Octavia. The design, the energy cyclical, I guess, design fits so well with her cosmetic. You can kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but the energy color fits fairly well with the weapon as well as this Octavia's energy color. Now it is a little off because this is one thick, solid ring, but I like it. I think it looks cool. At a glance, it looks like it suits her very, very well. To me, it's a cosmetically interesting weapon. It's not something that I'm probably going to use in really high-level missions or drop a bunch of Forma into, and that's because, number one, I don't think it's going to be that great, and number two, personally, I'm just not huge on the reload animation type thing. Now, I think reload speed literally just has to do, let's run this all the way dry. So with 29 ammo capacity, it goes boom and full. So that's like a 2-second maybe timer, maybe 1.5, but personally, that's a little lengthy. and it depends on the size of your magazine. I think reload speed has to do with how fast it counts from 0 to 29 or from whatever to max. But the problem is you can't reload manually. I'm hitting R right now over and over again. You can't manually reload. You have to wait for, let's just say, alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, like almost 4 seconds before it reloads. Like I said, I'm not too sure if reload speed changes or makes that faster or just the 0 to 29 faster. I think it's just the 0 to 29 faster, not the actual wait from stop firing to reload. I could be wrong, but from what I've noticed, and I only have one reload, or actually, I think I have a dual stat mod that helps with reload speed, and then I have, actually that might be it. That might be it. I don't think I have a dedicated reload speed mod on here. I do have Tainted Clip. I think that's the one. Something along those lines. Actually, no. I offset it. So I do not know for sure. I'll have to look at the patch notes and see if reload speed affects just the 0 to 29 or the wait to reload. But even with that said, the fact that I have to wait for it to kick in, I really, really don't like. In a room of like 5 to 10 enemies, you're gonna struggle unless you have, even if you have a lot of damage. Because for instance, if I'm shooting at, let's come back here a little bit. So I shoot at that boiler. Because his body doesn't disappear, like, I still lose 2 or 3 shots worth of ammo on his body falling down. So it's very easy for me to use up 5 to 10 rounds on one enemy because of that time it takes for an enemy to fall down. So I'd run out of ammo within 5 enemies. Now you guys understand how much you can get swarmed in Warframe. And if you run out of ammo on 5 guys, and then you have to wait 4 seconds, plus another 2 seconds to fully reload your ammo, or however long it takes, we'll just say about 5. Even if you add maybe some reload speed stuff on it, I'm assuming it's going to be between 4 to 5 seconds to get a full mag. And obviously, because it counts up, if you have extended mags, like larger mag capacity, it's going to take even longer. I feel like it's a really big negative with this weapon. Like I said, I think it does the most damage out of the others. Now, granted, the Gammacor is like a radiation-based weapon, and I know the Gammacor is actually pretty good, especially the Cycron Gammacor. But this, with its status per second as well as its 60 heat damage base, is not bad. It's not bad. But is it worth endgame? If you guys have any experience with this weapon, let me know. If it's endgame level, and at the same time, what kind of mods do you use with it? What is a good balance for the mod? Do you use a mag extension? Because I feel like it needs it. But do you use one, or do you just go absolutely crazy on damage, or do you go absolutely crazy on reload speed? Or also, because it is heat-based, what elemental combo do you use with it? Because I'm sure that pretty much everyone is going to run some sort of elemental combo. I currently just have heat on here, just for the sake of seeing how good heat is, because obviously you can transfer this over with you know, some toxin, and then you get, you know, your corrosive going, or whatever. What is it? No, maybe electricity, and I don't know. Anyways, if you get the right combo, whether it be, I think, gas and blast, or gas, or I don't know. Anyways, if you get the right elemental combo, I'm sure this could be really good. But does the reload animation and reload issues make this weapon too, I don't know, too underwhelming, if that makes any sense? Is that drawback enough to make you guys not use the Cycron? Like I said, I like it, but it's definitely not going to go on one of my my more endgame builds. It's going to stick with my Octavia, kind of be a fun weapon. I love using the Tenora, right? The primary on her. And this is just going to be kind of an afterthought. If I have to cycle over to a secondary, I will. But other than that, with her abilities and all that stuff, I mean, I don't know. This is just going to be a backup weapon. Just going to be enough to get me out of a pinch if I run out of ammo in my Tenora, you know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, let me know how you feel about the weapon. Is it worth it? Is it worth farming? Is it worth picking up? Is it worth buying outright? Probably not. And is it end game material? But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I mean, I tried to be relatively informational, and I think the Cycron's I think it's I. Until next time, guys. Blow!